Your WavyOcho gonna react to why Nia Jax joining the Bloodline is best for business.
Nia Jax. Yes, she's not like most girls, and she's easily one of the most despised and notorious women of all in WWE. Yes, known for those injuries she's inflicted on other superstars. But this isn't the same Nia Jax from her first run in WWE. She may have fallen short of Rhea Ripley at the 2024 Elimination Chamber, but she main evented that show in front of 50,000 plus. Her stock
Australia
hasn't fallen at all.
And in my opinion, I never thought like Nia Jax was a bad wrestler. You feel me? I never thought Nia Jax was a bad wrestler. You feel me? I never thought she was a bad wrestler. She may not be the best wrestler, but I don't think she's bad at wrestling, in my opinion.
We're entering the biggest season of all for WWE. So in the fallout of all of this, let's jump into why we think Nia Jax joining the Bloodline would be best for business. This is Sportskeeda Wrestling.
And she got the Samoan blood too. She's Samoan.
I'm Kevin. Let us know what you think of this in the comments below. So just to map this out for a bit, we don't need to go too deep into the Anawahi family tree. Looking at the smaller side of the Samoan family tree of wrestling, High Chief Peter Maivia's family, you'll obviously know that his grandson is none other than the current High Chief, The Rock. That's right, he is the actual designated High Chief. Nia Jax
Hey, what y'all thoughts on the Rock heel turn, bro? Let me know, bro. Cause I haven't like, and I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I haven't heard his promo outside of it. I haven't heard his promo on Cody Rhodes or Seth Rollins yet. So like, let me know.
Father Joseph is the cousin of The Rock's grandfather, Peter Maivia, so she is connected to the bloodline, just a little bit distantly. That doesn't take
How
away
would y'all feel if Tamina was to join the bloodline, bro? Let me know.
from the real Samoan blood that runs through her veins.
I believe.
And since she is one of the very few superstars in WWE who can actually make this claim to be a part of this legendary family, she is the best choice for a female addition to the bloodline. Why does the bloodline need a female member, you ask? Simple. To hit the refresh button and what looks like another year-long story with members of the Samoan family. And how do you keep that going with some of those members being part-time players? Maybe you utilize some full-time players who were already there and already have a familiar connection. It should be said that this Nia Jax has really dialed in her act in WWE. She truly is the monster force within the women's division that is needed, and she still has a lot to prove. So why not put her in a spot where she could become maybe the biggest star she can possibly be? Her in-ring prowess is truly polished now, and she shines as someone who can really inflict the pain. Good old Papa H running creative has done an incredible job reviving her career, and she's had a quick rise in 2024. Starting with that big upset over Becky Lynch at Day 1's New Year's Eve edition of Raw. She won clean, by the way. After an impressive Royal Rumble performance with 8 eliminations, she dominated Rhea Ripley throughout their rivalry before just falling short in front of Rhea Ripley's home country crowd in Australia. And then given that it was her home country, we didn't think she was going to win the match, but she still delivered a remarkable performance in comparison to some other matches in her past that maybe some people don't think are as good. This is a different Nia Jax. Also, Nia Jax is getting those reactions. The crowds are booing her. If she's the baddie...
I mean, she a heel, so like, you know, people are supposed to boo the heel.
They're booing the baddie, and she is nailing her part. If you see footage from Nia Jax at the latest WWE live events that aren't even televised, you can tell that these reactions are getting louder and louder every single week. And if that isn't proof she can be a superstar that plays that villain role, then what is? Also, she's really enjoying it. She seems to truly bathe in the hatred and get more powerful within it. Just look at the promo she cut at the Elimination Chamber press event, where she revealed her roots based in Australia, but got the crowd to boo her when she said she was so proud to leave this awful place. Now that we know that Becky Lynch is set to face Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's World Championship, there's an opportunity for a well-timed shakeup. And what do we mean? There are two major things that can completely change the landscape of the women's division. One, Becky Lynch winning the women's world title from a red-hot Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. And two, the WWE draft. Assuming the draft happens at some point in the near future, which it could, then WWE has the chance to rebalance the women's division, reset the deck with a little more evenly matched talent. We say this because SmackDown's women's division is pretty stacked. So let's take a hypothetical, situational look at where your two women's champions could land after WrestleMania. If they are new champions, Becky Lynch and Royal Rumble winner Bayley. Given that Bayley has been associated with SmackDown for half a decade now, with a lot of Raw appearances under her belt, it's a good time to shift her over to Monday Night Raw while Becky Lynch moves back over to SmackDown, taking the women's world title with her. Do you know who else should go to SmackDown? Nia Jax. And this is where you can set up a moment post-draft where the formidable Nia Jax helps the treacherous and evil Bloodline take out another big man.
I mean, is Roman Reigns gonna be the world champion after? Like, is he gonna be the world champion after? We'll see.
Superstar.
By that time.
She certainly has the power to do that. She's one of the only women in WWE who can, for that matter, and make it look and feel legitimate. Nia Jax to the Bloodline would send shockwaves and add a whole new life to the group that has been, struggling to maintain the momentum they had over a year ago. A female addition is exactly what they need, and all WWE needs to do to keep her and Becky Lynch apart for a few months. Since Rhea Ripley would have touched a year as champion by the time WrestleMania 40 comes around, it makes sense to give Becky Lynch a shorter run, assuming she beats Rhea Ripley. And the perfect transition would be to have Nia Jax beat her at SummerSlam and become a dominating, despised women's champion for the first time in 6 years. Think about this. By SummerSlam 2024, there might be no gold in the Bloodline if things play out the way we feel they could. So you can imagine the boost of star power and championship credibility Nia Jax in this hypothetical scenario would be as the only person in the Bloodline to hold gold. The Rock being in the Bloodline for the foreseeable future gives you another good reason for him to bring in his cousin and make her feel like an even stronger star next to him. If WWE could pull this off by summer's end and make the Bloodline even hotter than it's been, that's going to be a huge achievement in and of itself, because there aren't many storylines that can go on this long and still feel this relevant. Some of you might be thinking, since The Rock is a part of the Bloodline, doesn't that mean his daughter, Ava, will be one brought in as the female addition? She's currently the GM of WWE NXT and still finding her feet in WWE.
Still young.
Also having to, deal with the challenge of being The Rock's daughter in WWE. But we're not stupid.
Nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So what? She The Rock's daughter, so what?
There was that meeting backstage at WWE.
Why is there a challenge that she's The Rock's daughter? That's something to be proud of.
NXT between Ava and Paul Heyman. What was going on there? Also, another possible female candidate for the Bloodline is someone who's married into it and is a very established fan favorite currently with WWE fans. The recently returning Trinity Fatu, known to WWE fans as Naomi. She's married to Jimmy Uso. So, wow, wouldn't that be an interesting addition to the whole possible Jimmy versus Jay Bloodline brother program? Nia Jax, though, feels like the right choice. And even though she didn't become Women's World Champion in Perth, there's still bigger things to come, stories to be told, maybe some more faces to be smashed. Thank you for watching. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below.
Okay, that's the vid. So yeah, man, let me know what y'all think. Would y'all like to see Nia Jax be in the Bloodline, bro? I mean, a female like join the Bloodline. If Bloodline added like Nia Jax, you know, Nia Jax, it will be interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she gonna be the first female to join Bloodline. So yeah, bro, it could be Tamina, Nia Jax, The Rock's daughter, Naomi, because she's married to Jimmy Uso. So yeah, bro, let me know which female do y'all want joining the Bloodline. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes. So checking out you are.